So, how do you think it's coming together? It's looking amazing, isn't it? So the next thing we're going to do is put the brakes on. Now we are going to utilise the old brakes, which are here. And it is just simply a case of bolting these back on. They do have a spring behind them. So the spring has a slot in it that just lines up with the hole in there. And all I'm going to do is just grease these when I put them on, and you have these holes here where the smaller pin will line up to. And you can use these to adjust how far these are in or out. So that's it, and I'll just put those on, make sure the backs of them are greased, and then put some grease on there, and then it's just a bolt that goes through the front, and that should be the brakes on, and I'll do that on the front and the back. Okay, that's the brakes on, front and back. Just got this old cable here that's just fastened onto them for now, but sorry, that will just come off. I just left it on for now, and then I've just got this cable guide that just goes under the bottom bracket, so that's my next step, and that's just a screwdriver nut. I kept that from when we took it apart. Now the front brake needs some kind of cable hanger, and the cable hanger that I used on the other one was a hanger that sort of like came out of there. It just slid over the threaded part of the fork and dangled down, and then you had the sort of like cable part just hidden like that, and then the cable goes into there and sits into there, and you can pull it up. And because we've gone for this adapter in the stem, there's just not enough room here to nicely run a cable and get it into a hanger there, and plus they were a bit too expensive with those. But I found this nice way of doing it, which is going to bolt through the hole here, and it's going to be that way around and sit there, and it's black, and the cable is going to sit in it that way, and it's just going to give the cable a bit more freedom because it's going to be lower down. Now the only problem is this hole at the back here is just a bit too small to fit that through, so I'm just going to go get a drill and drill that hole out. It just needs to be a touch bigger. It's going to be easy to do because it is just going to be skimming the hole, and then I'm going to just put some nail varnish or something just around the hole just to seal it a bit better again, and then that's that. So that's the next stage then. So I'm going to drill that out, fit that, and then put the cable guide on the bottom of the bottom bracket. Nearly there. I just need to ignore you for a second. Okay, so that's been drilled out now. and that fits in there perfectly. So the end bit will screw on okay. So like I say, I'm just going to put some nail varnish remover around there, and then that will just seal it, stop it from rusting. I might have said nail polish remover, I meant nail polish. Just got this dark colour of my partner's. There we go, perfect. And also when I put the let's let that dry, and when I put the thing in, I will also put a nice bit of grease in there as well. There you go, just a close up of the nail polish there. That's just sealing the raw metal. Okay, to nip this cable hanger up, it's just an Allen key on both sides. Tighten that thread up, and then that's tightened up there. If we can see here that when it's tight, it's not going to interfere with that headset. But if it did, or even if I tighten up now and it pulls it in even closer and it interferes with that headset, touches the cup there, then it just means I just need to put another washer on that side just to bring it out a touch more. But that's the only thing that we need to do now. So I'll tighten that up, and if it does touch that cup, then I will just put an extra washer in there just to bring it out.